The National Collegiate Athletic Association rang in a cool $871.6 million last year in revenue through marketing, advertising, television, and ticket sales. Some say that athletes deserve a slice of the financial pie. Others say that in doing so might cross the line between amateurism and professionalism. The NCAA wants college varsity athletes to be paid based upon need. The proposal has college coaches and athletic directors debating on whether or not schools could afford the $2,000 for each student athlete. Stony Brook University women's basketball's Gerda Gatling thinks NCAA athletes deserve to be paid in return for their hard work.
I think that due to the countless hours that we put in training preseason, postseason, and during the season, that a stipend would be another way to help compensate the time that a lot of the athletes put in.
Stony Brook Athletic Director Jim Fiore says many athletes are already getting a lot of economic support.
They're getting a free tuition, free room and board, free marketing, great clothing, great travel, great experiences.
Gatling says that being an athlete does have its disadvantages. She says those who don't play college sports are better suited for the long term.
They're going to be able to have, internships and jobs to build their resume and experience. A lot of D1 athletes and athletes in general aren't going to become professional athletes, so that internship experience and job experience will help them further than our stipend will.
Stipend supporters argue that not having enough time for a job justifies the money. Evan Slaughter, a member of the Stony Brook women's volleyball team, says that athletic duties can hold athletes back from jobs that could potentially lead to careers.
The only reason I have a job right now is because it's in the gym pretty much. So I just work the games, and I'm already at the games anyway.
Devontae Wheeler, a member of Stony Brook University's football team, considers his role on the team as a job itself.
Dealing with a sport and school, you got pretty much double duty, so I think you should get a little compensation for that.
Varsity soccer player Danielle Singson says she has no time to work.
I work at Nike when I go home.
But during the school year?
I don't have a job, no.
A major argument in support of a stipend is of the extra finances it could cover. Fiore says the NCAA already has that figured out.
They can take loans, they can get Pell Grants, which a lot of ours do, and the NCAA has what's called the Student Assistance Fund.
The NCAA's Student Assistance Fund is described as helping students with financial needs, with some of the money going to non-school related needs, like clothing and toiletries. Wheeler says schools that bank on major sports should repay the athletes who drive ticket sales.
Yeah, I know at big schools like Ohio State and Michigan and schools like that, the revenue that football brings in is really high. So I think it would only be fair that, they get paid back a little bit.
However, if the stipend was passed, many of those in charge think that the financial burdens it would place on schools would be too much to handle. But when is the line drawn between student and employee? Although most athletes want more money in their pockets, others see stipends as the beginning of the end of college sports as we know it.
I think the NCAA was built on amateurism, as in once you crack this door open, you're never going back.
For Stony Brook News, I'm Joe Damiani.